Welcome back here to Cadwell Park for this Sorrymate.com Hottrax Endurance Series. Well, the time is ticking away on the clock as the riders tick off laps one after another. The 999 bike. I was expecting to see a blue light and hear a siren going ee-or when it goes past. So it's hard work out there. It's quite warm today, as you would expect. The weather's been absolutely superb for us here. There's young Steffi Wadlow, number 34, with Peter Brand there on the number 5 bike, the team that we're following throughout this round. Peter putting in his laps before he hands back over to his brother. That's a 74 bike, Randall Racing, and that looks like the red armband of Simon Allen taking over the bike for this next stint. And the Brand brothers about to make a change. Peter's in, Martin's going out for his next stint. The weather's getting no cooler for these boys. And I'm seeing in the background there the 120 bike of Robbie Moore, better known to his pals as Roger Moore. It's down to James.
So we're here with Pete Brand after the first hour. He's just come in to do a changeover with his brother Martin. And Pete, just saw you adjusting your tyre pressures there. Are you having issues with tyres?
I'm finding the rear sliding around a little bit. I've just let a little bit out the rear tyre. Obviously it's quite a hot day, so just a little bit out the rear for me, and that was it.
Right, okay then. Apart from that, how are conditions out on track?
Yeah, no, they're fine, they're beautiful, you know. We couldn't ask for anything better this weekend. It's been lovely all weekend, a little bit of rain overnight, but the wet tyres haven't been on the bike, so that's been nice. Made a nice change, but it's really good conditions out there. Very tough, obviously it's a very physical circuit. A few people, including me, struggling with the upper body around here, but it's great.
Okay, mate, all right, we'll catch up with you later on.
Cheers, thank you. Cheers, James.
So we're here after the first hour with the Freddie's Gonna Get You team. It's a very aptly named, given that we got Freddie Russo, Freddie Petts out on track at the moment. Freddie, is this your first foray into endurance?
No, I did one last year. It's just a great way of getting track time, especially for us. We're because we're at BSB next week. They've given us special dispensation, so you've got to take an opportunity like this. I mean, we're going to get an hour and a half on track, constant. So it's just perfect for setting up. That way, when I turn up to BSB, all I've got to do is just get on the pace.
That's what I call a bit of an advantage for these lads. Number 4 there, the Redmond Racing team. And they won't be doing BSB next week, that's for sure, much as I'm sure they'd like to. And the Brand brothers here with Keith Flint behind. Of course, Keith now having to ride 75% of the leaders' laps because he's a one-bike team now. So a bit tough on him, but there you go. Back over to James on the pit wall.
So we're here with Bob, and Bob is the team manager of the Brand Brothers Racing. Bob, just to give an idea to people who haven't done endurance before, what's your role as team manager?
Well, as team manager, we make sure everything gets here that we need to get here, all the equipment. Most of it comes in the van, but we have to bring the caravan for the kitchen and the bedding and everything else. Then down in the pit lane, I'm either on the timings or on the board.
Right, okay, and catering responsibility falls to you as well then?
Well, it mostly falls to their mother, fortunately, but we have to bring it all along.
Great stuff, okay. Got any new sponsors this weekend?
Yes, we're very pleased to say we've got a sponsorship from JD Classics in Malden, Essex. A great company, worth looking up their website, and they've helped the boys out at the end of the season, which is just what they need when the funds were starting to run out a little bit.
Brilliant stuff. Keeps you racing. All the best.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
They look on. Quite a good crowd turned out here today. The weather's absolutely gorgeous. Well, James is back with me. Take it away.
Well, yeah, well, of course, at this point, however, we've already had a couple of retirements. Zimza Racing only managing 6 laps, and Sorrymate.com, our title sponsors, only managing to complete 9 laps. That little off they had in sprint racing put paid to their challenge this weekend. There's Carl Harris on the split lap, just going past one of the Apex Racing machines. Let's see if one of the guys can just tag on to the back of him, as well as our number 75 machine. Now that's Byron Beckett, who we haven't mentioned this weekend, in place of Bill Lilly for the BLDS Couriers team, and he really is putting in a sterling performance. However, back at the front, number 4 still leading. And after 2 hours, BLDS Couriers in the National Thousands are up front. National Sixes, Freddie's Gonna Get You. Junior Thousands, Derek Redmond 4. And in our Junior 600s, it's still the Brand brothers. Well, here we go. And this is BBR Racing's changeover after the second hour then. Very, very efficient use of that transponder changeover. Away they go.
Yeah, we're leading the class. I think we're putting some consistent times in there. Trying not to go too crazy because I think we've got a reasonably healthy lead over second place. So just trying to be consistent now. Takes up to the end of the 3 hours.
I have to ask, I mean, what is the strategy for doing endurance racing?
Well, obviously you need good pace, but it's no good doing 3 good laps and then the rest of the session being slow. So I really think consistency, finding a pace, getting into a rhythm, and finding a pace you can hold for 3 hours, and you can take advantage of running your ride time to as close to the maximum as possible, and trying to gain some time in your pit stops as well.
So it's just not just a question of going out there and blasting around the track as fast as you can go?
Well, you can do that, but I certainly couldn't last half an hour doing that, so you've got to pace yourself really, find a nice rhythm and just hold that rhythm.
So endurance racing is something that virtually any level of rider could get involved in?
Well, that's right. They've got their national class for the more experienced riders, the junior class which we're in for the less experienced riders, and there's no real minimum pace you need to take part. As long as you can hold your own on a track day, you're at the right pace to come racing.
Well, here we are on board then with Peter Brand as he's down to the start-finish straight, clicks it down again, tips it into Coppice corner, and well, a little bit wide there, up into Charlie's 1 on the right-hand side, straight lines it towards Charlie's 2, this one downhill off camber. Get on the gas as early as possible onto Park Straight, which, as you can see from this shot, definitely not a straight. Down the hill, up. It's overtaken by one of the faster thousands there. And here we see Peter come into shot.
Yeah, Peter being caught at the moment by number 34. That's Steffi Wadlow, the only girl that races in the Triumph Triple Challenge Series. And the number 4 bike here, Redmond Racing, that's Neil Garnham. And we're going to go down to the pits again with James.
So we're here with Derek Redmond, team manager this weekend for Redmond Racing, currently leading in the junior thousands here on our 3-hour endurance. Only got an hour remaining. Bonsai Racing, not worrying you then?
Well, they are worrying us, obviously, because anything can happen. We've already had Neil have a bit of a coming together and gone down. Lucky enough, it wasn't too bad. He was able to get back on. The safety car went out for a few laps, so he had a few laps to sort of recover himself. Then we've pulled him in. Tony's gone out, now we're just fixing his bike. So to be honest with you, yes, I'm worried about everybody, because you only need to have a coming together and, you know, 2 or 3 minutes out of the race and it brings other teams back. So still a long way to go, maybe not as long as it was an hour ago, but still enough time to lose the race. Hopefully it won't come to that and we'll keep our nose in front.
Good punch up here going on between 17 the Blue Jets Racing and 71 Banzai Racing. They were at it lap after lap after lap, weren't they, James?
Yeah, they absolutely were, Kenny, and I think chances are we're going to see that one go right to the line. There's our current National 600 Championship leaders, although PS Racing just ahead of them this weekend at Cadwell Park. Here we go, though, champions-elect, number 5, BBR Racing. And that's Peter Brand on board at the moment, rounding out the last few minutes on a somewhat second-hand R6. Leaders in the National Thousands were Sweatshop Racing. Rick Godfrey and Hugh Brasher out there this weekend, and they'll be trying to pick up another valuable 25 points to their tally to maintain their championship lead. 50 points remaining, another 2 rounds left with our SorryMate.com 3-hour endurance. Well, of course, Junior Thousands leading the number 4. We start to see pit boards go out for the final half hour. To pack away. Of course, we have had a few other retirements, and yeah, some very exciting clothing, to say the least. Well, the Brand brothers head across the line almost for the final time, and they should be rounding out their win. 1.2 seconds between the Junior Thousands, Banzai Racing and Blue Jets headed across the line to take second and third. However, the outright win did go the way on Sweatshop Racing in the National Thousands. Junior Thousands, the win went to the number 4, Derek Redmond Racing. But 2011 champions was BBR Racing. Peter took the honour of taking the checkered flag in the Junior 600s. Overall results then, well, Sweatshop Racing took the win from PS Racing, M&M 3rd, BLDS Couriers managed creditable 4th. Pit Stop Racing in 5th. National 600s, PS Racing took the win from a valuable 20-point M&M Racing in 2nd, Pit Stop 3rd. Junior 600s, well, champions for 2011, Brand Brothers. Apex Racing 2nd, SorryMate.com in 3rd. National 1000s, well, Sweatshop Racing took the win from BLDS Couriers in 2nd, with Ridgeback Racing in 3rd. For our Junior 1000s, Derek Redmond Racing took the win, Blue Jets Racing 2nd, and 1.2 seconds adrift, Bonsai Racing. Well, here we are then, the podiums for our National 600s, PS Racing aboard the top step. Junior 600s, Brown Brothers get there and, of course, take the championship for 2011. And in the National 1000s, well, Mick and Hugh, Sweatshop Racing on the top spot. And, of course, Junior 1000s, Derek Redmond Racing. Derek will be a happy bunny as he heads off on his honeymoon. So, standings after round 6, M&M Racing clear of Pit Stop Racing in 2nd with 14.91 Endurance in 3rd. Junior 600s, Brand Brothers take the win and also the championship, and initially take JR 2nd, SorryMate.com in 3rd. National 1000s, well, Sweatshop Racing starting to break away from Tank Racing, the LDS Couriers in 3rd. Our Junior 1000s, Derek Redmond 4 in front, Bonsai Racing 2nd, Blue Jets Racing in 3rd. However, really, this weekend is BBR Racing's.
Well, guys, the day has come to an end. You not only won your class, but you're now the champions. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. Pretty good, yeah.
Anything else you could have done better?
No, to be honest, we won the race, won the championship. What more could you ask for?
Well done, guys. Champions, we'll see you at the next round.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Well, it's all still a little bit close for 3 other championships. We'll be at Alton on the 17th of September. We'll see you there.